Hi, everyone. So I wanted to go live for a little bit, and we'll see how this works because this is my first live. And I wanted to just throw out some keto information just a little bit in case you guys are doing the keto diet and you're kind of struggling a little bit. I am now down 52 pounds. Thank you. And I made some notes, but I should have got those ready before I started the camera. So if you've not tried a fat bomb, there's some. Hi, Zay Zay. Everybody, Mr. Zay Zay is my son. So if you guys want to head on over to his after the show, you can go to his YouTube channel. It's Mr. Zay Zay, and like and subscribe to him. Give him some thumbs up. So if you've not tried a keto fat bomb, the deal with keto is you need a lot of the good healthy fats like coconut oil, olive oil, the good healthy fats, butter. You get my drift. I make an amazing keto fat bomb, and I use 100% cocoa, which is not cocoa, it's cocoa, and it's unsweetened chocolate. And this is what I use, and it's backwards for you guys, probably. Sorry about that. And then I just mix it with some coconut oil. So this is the coconut oil I use. And it's just the cheapest brand they have at Walmart. Because I really don't care. It doesn't smell like coconut. Some of them do, and I really like that. But it serves its purpose. So what I do is I just take about a tablespoon of of the coconut oil. And I melt it down in a bowl along with a square of the 100% cocoa chocolate. And I add a little bit of stevia for sweetening. And you may have to play around with your recipe a few times to get it perfect. If you're real new to keto, it's not going to taste great. You got to have all the sugar out of your system. And when you have all the sugar out of your system, it is the best thing in the entire world. Also, I go to Aldi. If you have an Aldi in your area, you can look for this salad dressing. It is called Greek Kalamata or something like that. But it has 0 sugars and 0 carbs. And I didn't like it at first, but then yesterday I added some stevia to it. And it tastes amazing. So you'll have to play around with that recipe yourself also. Today I bought 4 bottles of this because, when you fall in love with something, they quit selling it. So I don't know what Walmart has. I've been using ranch dressing, but I'm plateaued for a minute. So ranch does have some sugar and it does have some carbs, and I'm like, maybe I need to start cutting some things down. And this helps me get my greens in because I stopped liking greens also. But today my salad was absolutely amazing. So just some suggestions I'm throwing out there. I wanted people to get on here so that they could ask me some questions, but I'll have to improvise. Isaiah, do you have any keto questions? He doesn't want to be on camera, but ask me a keto question that you think that someone would ask.
What would you use most to lose the most of weight?
Okay. Well, if you are insulin resistant like I am, it's kind of harder to lose the weight until you get your system corrected. And this diet will fix it. And it's the best diet to be on if you're insulin resistant. I follow Dr. Berg. I'm always going to say that because I'm not a doctor and I cannot treat people. I'm throwing out suggestions. The Dr. Berg recommends 3 meals a day, no snacking. And when we have your fats in your diet, you're not hungry. So what I would eat is no more than 3 to 6 ounces of protein per meal. Leafy greens, Dr. Berg recommends 7 to 10 cups of leafy greens a day. And what I found with the leafy greens, even though I began to hate them after 5 months, is that they really stop the cravings. All the vitamins and nutrition that you find in like spinach or kale, it stops the cravings. Now, whenever I don't get BIRG, whenever I don't get my leafy greens in, my mind starts to wander. So, and then you can do a fat bomb because you want to make sure you get enough fat. But if you don't have a whole lot of weight to lose, regardless, you need to download a macro app so you can kind of gauge on how much fats you need in a day. Because if you eat too many fats, then your body's not going to burn your fat. So you want to keep it leveled out. You want your body to switch from sugar burning to fat burning. And by putting good healthy fats like MCT oil is wonderful, and it gives you so much energy. I don't even have a bottle here. But you want to stay full longer because every time you eat, your insulin spikes. And it makes it almost impossible to lose weight if you are spiking it over and over and over throughout the day. So no snacking. 3 meals a day, 3 to 6 ounces of protein per meal. Get your leafy greens in. Try to find a really healthy, low carb, no sugar salad dressing. If you have to resort to ranch in the beginning, do it. You can make your own with avocados, lemon, lime. Another thing. There's a lot of things that they don't tell you in the beginning, like onions have a lot of carbs. Cucumbers have carbs. Habanero peppers have carbs.
Carrots.
Carrots. We don't do carrots on keto. I mean, if you're dirty keto, they do carrots. Broccoli is really good for you. It's really healthy.
Bread.
Bell peppers. I found out that bell peppers have a lot of carbs. You can have them. Just use your macro and let it tell you, your macro calculator on your phone, your app. Let it tell you. What was your other one? Bread. We don't do bread. Whenever there's all kinds of recipes where you can make bread that is very low carb, no sugar. Like I said, if you've done this diet for a little while, the bread is amazing. If you haven't, you're probably not going to like it right off the bat. Give it time. Right off the bat, you're going to want to stick to meats and greens until you get acclimated because things aren't going to taste that great in the beginning. But it's so doable. And I wish I would have started this diet a long time ago because I didn't know I was so unhealthy. No one else is on here to ask me questions. Okay, Isaiah, any more questions? Y'all, I just came to you the way I look today. It's been a long day. My little girl got her cast taken off, and she had pins in there, and they had to pull her pins out. And I've been going all day, too. So y'all just forgive me the way I look, hair up, and everything.
Brain freeze.
He got a brain freeze. I made him some pink lemonade, which is another thing. Go grab me a Mio and the little juices. I found another one of the lies, the many, many lies that they tell us. These Mios and these, it's in that little, it's in the little shelf behind the cereal. I can't have them. I'm going to say I can't have them. I don't recommend them. Some people do them that do dirty keto. Okay, so like this is vitamin lemonade. I thought vitamins, that's going to be good for me. They have Mio, they have all kinds of stuff, but the downfall is it has potassium citrate, sucralose, all kinds of things that are not keto friendly. So I do water. I can't believe I'm saying that because I've come so far, but I do water and I do tea, like with some stevia in it. I do my coffee with heavy whipping cream, MCT oil, and stevia. they really trick you with these different fake sugars, because if it spikes your insulin, it's a sugar. So keep that in mind whenever you're grocery shopping. Some things are higher on a glycemic index. So if you're insulin resistant like I am, you have to be very careful with how much protein you get, because your body can turn protein into a carbohydrate or into sugar, because carbs turn into sugar. So you want to be careful. Like bacon is great, eggs are great, but beef is higher up on the glycemic index. Lean chicken is higher up on the glycemic index, but whenever you add the fat, for some odd reason, it lowers it down. This is based on Dr. Berg's information. Y'all can Google him. I give him a shout out. I also want to give a shout out to Marfrugal TV, Blue Kool-Aid. What's up? Any more questions?
What's the main thing you avoid whenever it comes to keto?
The main thing to avoid when it comes to keto is sugar and carbohydrates. You're constantly checking, because whenever you go and get even almond milk or coconut almond milk or coconut milk, there's some that's unsweetened and there's some that's sweetened. I have bought the wrong stuff. So you have to watch the labels. They're so tricky. And
it can bring you out of ketosis.
It can kick you out of ketosis. And we work hard to get into ketosis. The average person to get back into ketosis is 2 to 3 days. Some people it takes longer. Depends on what kind of damage you've done and how hard you're trying to get back into it. The diet works if you stick to it. It's just like anything else. And I tell you why Weight Watchers doesn't work is because you're not getting enough fat in on Weight Watchers. You're all concerned. I mean, the fat is what keeps you full. There's a leptin, there's a ghrelin, there's all kinds of different hormones that tells you if you're full, tells you if you're hungry. And whenever you're sticking to this diet, you're not hungry. I've literally not been hungry for an entire day and had to force myself to eat so I could get some nutrients in me. I know people do fasting where they don't eat for like 3 days. I'm very low on potassium. I'm very low on a lot of nutrients that I have to have. So I sometimes really have to force myself to eat, and you will get there. You have to stick with it. Usually after the first week, you don't want to eat anything. And it's not because it doesn't taste good. You just don't want to eat. And that's an amazing feeling you can't get with any other diet. And whenever you restrict so many calories and you're hungry, you're bound to fail sooner or later. And there's some people that can do other diets and it works for them, but the average person is going to gain that weight back and more. This diet is so doable that it is a new way of life, because you're healthy, you have energy, especially if you add some of that MCT oil to your coffee in the morning. I'm just telling you, I clean my whole kitchen. I even wiped down the walls today. So the MCT oil really does help. And just so I don't bore you guys to death, I'm going to call this an end, and I'll make another video so y'all can come back to it later and not get too bored. All right. Love you guys. Bye.